Hey guys, this is Dmitry and welcome back to another Canucks review. The Phantom lineup from NZXT has seen some major changes and additions for a great variety of cases to choose from. The new Phantom 530 revamps the original design with a few extra key features that NZXT has put forward. This full tower's extremely competitive pricing at $130 will sure get many enthusiast builders on board. That is if you like the angular design. It still resembles the original Phantom but with a few extra curves and multiple colors to choose from. So let's begin. Magnetic door reveals 3 5¼ drive bays with a very concealed reset button on the top right. The entire panel can easily be removed to access a very fine dust filter, which is also removable, and all the front intake fans with a 200mm fan included and support for dual 120 and 140mm fans. Now while the front mesh is large, it's not high enough, and if you have dual 120mm fans installed, the top fan is practically blocked by the door. This was a major problem with the Phantom 820 and NZXT really should reconsider the design for front intake. We do have additional dust filters at the bottom, which is always a must for a dust-free interior. At the top left we get a fan controller and a rear I/O LED switch. On the other side, power button, 2 USB 3 ports and audio jacks. The top mesh and design is very similar to that of the front panel, although it doesn't have a dust filter. It is however very tall, allowing you to install fans above the frame, which is awesome for push and pull water cooling. The position of the rear exhaust fan is adjustable up and down in case you require a little extra clearance between your top rod. We also have tubing holes and 8 PCI expansion slots. The side panel has the usual angular side window, and now they've added a mesh for additional intake to cool your drives and deliver extra air for your GPU. It is unfiltered and I would have much rather preferred a clean side panel without any fans. Getting inside though, we find a very familiar scene to what we've come to expect from NZXT. They sure know how to design a spacious interior with many user preferred options like installing a fan on the angular bracket for more direct airflow, removing all drive cages or just the ones that are not in use, and the Phantom lineup has particularly been popular for its water cooling capabilities, as removing the drive cage base, we get clearance for a 240mm radiator. Just make sure your power supply is 160mm in length or shorter. Of course, repositioning your 240mm rad to the front is also possible, but that of course gets rid of all the drive cages. Setting up water cooling at the top of the case is an option with support for a 360mm rad, but that means sacrificing the top optical slot. Coming around to the back, NZXT has done an excellent job for cable management with quality rubber grommets, a fan hub for 10 fans, and just so much room to work with that simplifies your assembly process. They've also reinforced the drive caddies that no longer just snap, and they are toolless, so just pop the drive in place and you're good to go. We have an additional SSD bracket that is easily removable and just an excellent spot to mount an extra SSD. So beginning with the assembly, it is to no surprise the Phantom 530 is a breeze to work in. Installing our GTX 590 and an ATX motherboard, you get an idea of how much room we have to work with. 12-inch cards will fit just fine with the cage installed, and we get about 2.5 inches of clearance between the top and the memory modules. This of course will vary based on your motherboard, but it is enough spacing for a push and pull water cooling setup. Coming around, all the wiring is secured to the back of the motherboard, really no complaints of working with the Phantom 530. So this case is undoubtedly well designed inside and out, with a slight more elegant appeal, yet still maintaining that angular design that we've come to expect from NZXT. We have plenty of airflow and water cooling options that opens up many possibilities, modular drive cages, and just an excellent system for cable routing. And the entire package for $130 is a great value for what you get. Of course, no matter how enthusiast-proof this case may be, we think the front mesh intake is a little bit too small to allow optimal airflow, and we would like that changed. And I'm sure many will agree with us, but the side panel fan mount is going to be underutilized, so having just a simple panel window would make the case more aesthetically pleasing. Also, the Phantom 530 is not released until September, which is a long wait for anyone looking to get the case, but it sure is an all-in-one package, and we're giving it the Canucks damn good and damn good value award. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.